I can't offer you a quick fix. What I can offer you is to understand and use your body in a way that's really going to sustain you, so that when you leave the office here, that it's going to the work's going to keep going on, and that's variable. Some people get it right away. It's a learning process. Some people get it in a few sessions. Sometimes it takes longer, depending on the chronicity of the problem, how long you've had it. So my goal is to have you be able to feel and sense your body, and feel and sense the changes in your body, and how it moves differently, and how it moves in the most efficient way possible. And so when that learning sticks, when you really just get it, when you know you've learned a new skill, well, it's that same click goes on in your nervous system, where it's really integrated. You've really learned something new, whether it's physical or emotion. It's really a learning process, and the process of you getting in touch with yourself and feeling and perceiving the changes within yourself is what's going to allow you to, not need me in the future, to sustain the adjustment. So rather than it be just a temporary fix that's just, where you need to keep coming back and back and back, this is kind of empowering you to really, become aware of, how you're using yourself. And it's a really felt experience as you really perceive yourself. And again, it can take some time, but that's what will lead to permanent, sustained change.
I just don't feel as good in my body lately. And when I don't feel as good in my body, I don't feel as good overall. Just in my life, like I tend to, when something comes up, I tend to intellectualize things, or just like overthink it, overanalyze it. And when I'm more in my body, I just feel like I'm more at peace with whatever's coming my way, and I can, tackle it and calm. I don't feel like this tension, like, oh no, what am I going to do? And I have to figure things out. So I don't feel as much that way. Like lately I've been feeling like I need to figure things out, and I feel and also like my body just doesn't feel fluid. Like I feel strong and all that, but just it's on the inside,
Right.
It just doesn't feel like it's flowing as well.
Right.
And it affects how I feel about myself. It affects my life. It affects how I go about things. And so I want to feel that again,
Yeah. I think you did say something like that in your feedback to me, that you felt more, like you're saying, overall, like emotionally and physically. It wasn't just a physical improvement, but I think emotionally and mentally
Right.
you noticed changes, right, from all
Yeah.
work together, right?
I definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the cranial work had an impact as
Mhm.
well, right? And
Mhm.
I think you were surprised, right, by that you didn't expect to make those kind of connections emotionally as well as physically, right?
Yeah, definitely. Like I felt it, because I've been, kind of a physical person, and I actually, as my work as a therapist, can work with people emotionally, but, having the two connect and having, really feeling the connection between, like, when I feel good in my body, I feel better, just as a person, like relating to others and how I go about my life and how I handle situations, make decisions, respond, to just general life challenges. So yeah, I just feel a little like, I feel that tension that comes on, like kind of, I get willful, it's just like,
Right,
oh, I
right.
got to figure things out. I got to
Right,
and
right.
just instead of the allowing life to
Right.
come and reacting to life in a more organic way for me, so
So
I'm forcing things.
You're forcing things. So I think what you said before to me is that you felt this interconnectedness, which translated into an outer doing. Like you are a doer. You like to do a lot of stuff, but it became more effortless, right? To do stuff. Your workouts became easier. You noticed I think your emotional well-being
Yep.
improved, right? And so, right, that connection between all of you, the mind, body, spirit, the whole of yourself became more integrated. And so I think that's what that's what you're missing. You're
Yeah.
missing that, right?
Yeah.
It sounds like.
Yeah.
And it's just like anything. We can't just because we eat breakfast forget about eating lunch and dinner. We're not eating the next couple of days, or if we brush our teeth today, that's it for a week. I think this is the kind of thing you periodically want to come back to. To tune yourself, to refine your movements, so you can, rediscover that connection. I lose it too, in our fast-paced world with technology and computers and so much information coming at us. It's so easy to lose that inner connection that you're speaking about. So it's just, I think it's important to do it on a regular basis, at some frequency. Does that resonate with you?
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. That's what I feel. You said, like, to retune. I feel like I'm out of tune. Not all the time and not every day consistently, but just in general, I just don't feel like as in tune with myself.
Right.
And it can happen so, you can kind of I get off, off course or off track, and then, and then I get to the point where I say, oh, I miss the feeling of feeling more connected to myself and calmer.
I'm just feeding back what you're saying. That feeling of feeling connected to yourself is so important, I think, to connecting to others, to connecting to your work, connecting to your significant other. I think if we don't have that connection within, how could it not be, okay in other avenues? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I think one thing you're also saying that's worth restating is just because, it's not like you have to be in terrible pain to want that. I think you want to connect to that so that you don't get in pain. If once you're in pain, it's almost too late. Then we have to do all this remedial work. It's sort of like waiting for your car to completely fall apart. So it seems like you're coming now at the right time, and you're just sensing something's awry, and you're wanting to, change that. So that makes sense. To
Yeah,
me.
yeah.